Okay, 2-3 notes, domain and range of discrete and continuous data. Have you ever heard the word discrete? Yes. What did it mean to you? Like secretive, right? Like sneaky nearly, right? Okay. Have you ever heard the word continuous? What did it mean?
Never stops.
It never stops. That it's always, something's always happening, right? But here's how I need you to start thinking about continuous. Not that it never stops, but that it has a time frame where it's always connected. So it's kind of like a relationship, okay? Your relationship could be continuous for 8 months. And then what could happen? You break up, you go your separate ways. That doesn't mean it wasn't continuous at one point, okay? It just had an ending point. So continuous can have an ending point. That's what I need y'all to understand. What it means, what continuous needs to mean to you in math class is that we're connected for a small time frame. Okay? So, with that knowledge, we're going to fill in discrete versus continuous. Discrete. I want you to put gaps in data. There are gaps in your data. And these are going to be things that you count. They're like counting numbers. Okay? So can you give me an example of something you might count? Numbers. Money. Okay? A scattered plot. Oh, I like that. Let's write an example. I like that one. Scatter plot. Okay? What if I told you to count the amount of people in my room? What would you do? You would count, right? But could you say 1.5 people? Could you? No. If you have a brain, I'm counting you as a person. Okay? And everybody in this room has a brain. Do we always use them? Nah. But we all have one, right? Okay? I didn't look at you. Okay? So, here's the deal. If I told you what's the number of my students in this classroom, you would count them, and you would count every single person as a whole number. Same thing if I said, how many animals do you have at home? You probably wouldn't say a half, right? Because that would probably be a dead animal. Okay? Now, if that animal is alive and can get around or can feed itself or anything like that, it counts. Just because it's missing a leg doesn't mean it's less of an animal. It just means it's missing a leg. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's counting numbers. They're not going to be half of something. So how many tires are on a car? 4. You can't say there's 3.5 tires there because that car's not going to go anywhere. Make sense? Okay? Understand. So discrete are your counting numbers. They're going to be found on scatter plots, tables, mapping diagrams, and ordered pairs. Now we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about continuous data. Okay? This is data that's connected. And the only way you can have connected data is if you put it on a what? On a graph. You can only have connected data on a graph. Okay? And these are things that are measurable. So do me a favor, give me some examples of measurable data. Is that always measurable? Can I have negative money? Units, okay? So give me an example of when you use units. What are you doing with inches? What are you doing with centimeters? You're measuring what? Distance. What else? What else can you measure? What'd you say? Weight, length, height. Do you see the difference in this data? You can have 1/2 inch. Okay? You can have 1/2 centimeter. You can have 1/2 ounce. Okay? You're going to measure things with this data. Understand? So here's what I want to challenge you to do. Okay? Because we're about to be done, but our notes, we need to finish these. So let's look at 1 through 3. I need you to tell me, is number 1 continuous or discrete data? It is discrete. Why is it discrete? It does have gaps, but it's on a what? It's on a table. It gives us ordered pairs. Okay, what's number 2 going to be? Why? Good. Continuous, because it's connected. What about 3? Why? They're ordered pairs. What is this called? A what type of diagram? A mapping diagram. Great job. Number 4. Continuous. Look at your x's. What is it doing? No, what's your x values? Time. Can you measure time? So it's continuous. Do y'all see the difference? Okay, what about number 5? Are there gaps? No, so it's continuous. Because my circle is connected. What about 6? Continuous. Because from one point to the next, it's what? Connected. Okay, so here's your homework for tonight. Listen, all I want you to do is tell me the type of data on each graph. Make sense? You have to circle either continuous or discrete. I love you. Have a great day. Make smart choices. Oh, I'm just standing in the way.